Okay, so what's going on?
The theory is you're meant to give them a puff of smoke sort of 5 minutes before you open the hive. And I kind of do that, but really it's about 30 seconds.
Okay, so you give them a puff of smoke and then they go kind of sleepy.
And the idea is they then feed, because they're worried about fire.
Yes.
They will feed on their stores.
They do what?
They'll feed. So they'll go in and start eating to fill their tummies so for their escape.
Right.
Which then calms them down because they're full up. It's like you eating a big meal.
Yes.
So we're going to go into this hive and give them a little puff of smoke at the door.
Will they come and attack me?
No. And I give them a puff just underneath because there's no...
There's much more bees going to the one in the middle for some reason.
The middle hive is really, really strong.
What do you mean? No, the one on the right, that one.
This one?
Yeah.
It's really strong.
There's loads and loads of bees going into that one.
Loads of bees. We might have a look in them as well. We'll see. So, I'm just gonna...
Right, am I in the right place?
Yeah, perfect. No, you'd be better around here because you're kind of not in the flight path.
Oh, so you go behind it to do this, not in
the
their
idea
flight
is you're
path.
behind the hive, so you're not interfering with them.
Okay.
They're doing their business out the front.
Right. And should you have really waited a bit of time before doing this?
Well, no, I'm just going to put a bit of
More into
bit
it.
of smoke inside, just to give them
Very primitive idea, isn't it? Smoke. Whoa. What's going on?
here. So in here, this is a
Is there glass on top of that? Or plastic?
Yeah, it's a Perspex one I got.
Right. Do I have that in my one?
I don't think so. I should have told you to upgrade to Perspex. I really like it because it just gives you a better view. So this was the fondant we'd put in.
Yes.
Bit of sugar.
Right.
Fondant.
You put it on top there.
You put it on top for the over winter.
Right.
To
I see.
feed on, basically.
Why is your phone ringing now, Liam?
It's only bloody Callum. Yes, Callum. I doubt it. Can you hold on 1 second? I'll go and tell her.
This is pretty frightening stuff. Look at all those things. There's a very loud buzzing noise. It's so busy, look at them all. Doing all sorts of stuff in there. Crawling around.
Alright.
The big stingers on them. Okay.
So, give a little puff of smoke in here.
So, I've just got an open thing there, have I?
You'll have a brown, it'll just be dark brown.
Sheet.
Just a sheet, yeah, with the 2 holes.
Okay.
So these are for your bee escapes, your porta bee escapes. And what you can put is one-way valves on them.
Right.
When you're trying to clear the bees out.
Yes.
And what happens is bees come out,
Yes.
but they can't get back.
Okay.
So if you're trying to clear
Okay.
a super,
At some stage.
at some stage you
What's a super?
These are the superstructure.
Each layer is
Each-
called a
so
super.
The small ones are supers, and the large ones is your brood chamber.
Okay. And so is the honey in the supers?
The idea is you collect the honey in the supers,
Right.
and the brood chamber is where the
Breeding
the-
happens.
The eggs and the brood would form. I put this frame at the back end just to give a bit of protection. In the summertime, the idea is
What's
the
that?
idea was to grow things up the back of this.
What?
The idea was to grow things
Oh,
up
I
the
see.
back of
Oh,
this,
this
just as a bit of
sheet.
protection.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and bees, then the theory is they go out
That
into
way,
the hedge,
rather than
up,
towards your
and then
house.
They operate it 20
Yeah.
feet rather than
Yeah.
all around.
Okay. So
So-
what you're doing now?
So this is your hive tool. There's 2 different sorts of hive tool. This is the one that we got sent. I'd say you have the same.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna prise this off because what it is, it's all sealed with see this stuff, the orange. It's
Yes.
called propolis
Yes. Propolis. I've heard of that.
that the bees create as a sealer.
So I don't have that. They
as a
do that
seal.
themselves.
They will do that. So, but it means you get quite a tight seal. So
Yeah.
they'll seal their hive.
So my one is brown, but the clear one just allows you to see in more easily.
Yeah.
Not that it makes much difference, but
I upgraded one.
okay. When do they get angry?
They shouldn't. The idea is you breed. The bees that you promote are the quieter, calmer bees.
Okay. So why are you puffing it? Does that make them sleepy or make them go away?
Again, it just encourages them to go and feed, and then calm.
Why do they go
calmer.
and feed?
Because they've sensed the danger of the smoke.
Right.
So potentially their hive's on fire, so they're feeding up in case they have to make an escape.
So then they'll
then
last
fed,
for
so
longer
they've got
outside of it.
They've got the energy for it.
Okay.
So what we have to do is
So because they go to feed, that means they're not somewhat likely to come out and buzz at you.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is this. What am I thinking of? Basically, I want to put my main objective is to get the queen excluder on
Right.
here, on above this
Okay.
brood box.
Okay.
So, but I've got to make sure that the queen is below
Down
it.
there.
So theoretically, I have to go through a whole hive to find her,
Oh, lifting out every one of those little things.
lifting out every
Oh,
one of the
heck,
things. But
that's
I
a lot of
thought
work.
I had a different idea.
Yeah.
I came up with a different plan, but I can't remember what it was.
Just checking the bottom, she might be there already.
It wasn't that. I had a brilliant plan, but I can't remember what
Is
it
it
was.
really obvious when you find her?
No, it's not. She's quite difficult to spot.
Well, that's quite tricky.
So if you look through here, you can see they've drawn these. They've drawn all the frames out. You've seen from your frames, you start with just the base wax foundation,
Yes.
and then they draw them out to this.
The bees do. The bees fill it in, so
The
it's
bees will
more
fill it in.
bulgy.
So that they've got a cell to do their business in.
Okay.
So theoretically, we'll have to go through everything.
But I don't understand what the practice is different to the theory.
I haven't come up with a way, but as
Okay.
soon, if I find her, then I can make the switch straight away.
So it could be
So-
it's potluck, really.
So the idea is just lift these out terribly carefully, and I'll get you to do a couple of these now, and then you can have a look at the actual inside the cells. So there's the bees.
Some honey in there.
See the bees? They're all feeding.
Wow, look at them feeding. Cool. Got it's like little Winnie the Poohs with their tails sticking out.
Flip it over. You can
Whoa, look at them all.
see. So these are stores, and these are capped stores. So they've actually capped off the honey.
Right,
so
they're
it's
finished.
fully,
It's full of
fully ready.
honey now. Okay. And
then the stores.
all right, they're all feeding away, but they all look the same. So they're all worker bees, right?
They are all all female.
One's landed on me, Liam. Is that bad?
It's okay. They have no. So what we'll do, we'll take this one out.
Yeah. I'm feeling nervous, Liam.
We'll just pop it in here for safety.
I'm feeling quite anxious.
So this then gives us a little bit of space to work.
Okay, so you can, yeah. So you can move each one over a little bit. Did somebody come and help you do this the first time you did it?
We did it on the course.
Okay. Wow, look at them all, man.
So this is all capped.
Look at they're all capped. Yeah, so that's ready to harvest.
It's not quite. You'd want to see the whole thing fully capped,
the
a
whole
bit
thing
like this.
capped. Yeah, that's all capped there. I see
So that's
that,
all
yeah.
stores. So the idea is you'd be able to, towards the end of the season, you'd be able to pull off all of these.
Yes, yeah.
All this is brace comb.
And
a little bit
are you tidying that up then, are you?
just tidying it up.
Is that partly what you're doing today as well as getting the queen?
Yeah.
Just, what do you call it? Brace comb?
Brace comb. It's just a brace between the layer below. So they're just building out basically.
They're filling it in.
Mhm.
Wow. How long have they been working on this, Liam, to make all that honey?
So this would have been here from last year as well. I would have left them with some stores.
Right.
No sign of the queen on that one.
They seem quite calm, really. Thought they'd be
And
more
that's the
angry.
idea. The queen that I got is just beautiful. So this was my original hive
Right.
and my original queen that I got from the society that did the course.
Yes.
So the beekeeping. So here we are. Look at this. So
Wow.
let's see the queen.
You don't see the
But-
queen. It's obvious when you see the queen.
She's marked in here, so she should be marked with a green. There she is.
Where?
Unbelievable!
Oh, there.
Look at that bonus.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean she's marked?
See the little bit of green on her?
Yeah, I see that.
That's
She's
also
big.
good.
There she is, there.
Or is it
That's
maybe?
her.
That's her.
Yeah.
What I want to do
How do you catch her?
is catch her again on this. Let's see, she's on there. No, she isn't. She's on the bloody side.
Huh? That was her.
That was
What are
her.
you meant to do when you find her? There's only one queen here, right?
There's only one queen.
How come she's green?
Because I put a big. When I got her, she had a big dollop of green on her.
She's inside that one you got there, you see? She's not here.
She's inside that one. So
So now you know she's inside that one.
now I know she's inside
Unless
there.
she sods off.
I'm going to put my queen.
She might go away.
She can't. She won't go away. She won't leave the hive.
Okay.
Unless she's pushed out by the
Okay, so she hangs around the whole time.
Yes.
So you know she's going to stay there, really.
So what you've got here, most of this brace comb here,
Yes.
and you see all these little.
Yeah.
So they'd be drone brood.
Oh, wow,
So
they like eggs.
That's your larvae, basically. The
Big
drone.
maggoty things. Why are all the bees going in there at it like
Because
that?
they'd be looking after. They'd be trying to
Feeding it and stuff.
feeding them and trying to move them to a better location now because they're.
This feels a bit like to me before you jump out of an airplane. Kind of feels like I'm dicing with danger here.
So what we're going to do is move a couple of these frames and have a little look at them.
Why?
Just to see how we're doing, because it looks like they've kind of gone up to do everything.
You're right. So that's totally empty.
Totally empty. So they're doing everything up above.
Is that bad?
Not. I don't know, to be honest, Pete. I don't know very much about it.
It looks like it's more busy in the middle.
I don't know if there is a bad or good.
It looks like it's more busy in the middle.
It is what it is.
And you have to get rid of the maggoty things from the top layers.
No. I was just clearing that off for tidiness to try and stop.
Okay,
the
but
brace.
you don't need to get rid of them then.
No. Oh no, the maggoty things are the babies.
Yeah,
So they will grow into.
I thought you had to have them in the lower layers.
No, ideally, but not. It's not.
It doesn't matter that
There's no
much.
right or wrong.
Right. Okay.
So again, these are reasonably empty, but starting to fill up. So these are unwired foundations that I put in.
Do you need to take them all
I
out,
was thinking about.
even though you found the queen?
I'm just having a look, see what's going on in each of the frames.
What could be bad? What's going on there? Why is there
Do you
so
see all
many
this?
swarming around there? Yeah. What's going on with
The
that?
colours.
Yeah.
That's all pollen, so that's what they feed the babies.
Okay. The
See
yellow
all the
stuff
different
there.
colours.
Yeah.
And so you get loads of different colour pollens.
Wow. Fuck. Sorry. Should really be cursing on
Not
this
in your
video.
video. Not on video.
No. So you're taking this all out?
I can't help myself, Pete. Just love a look. So what I'm looking for is here.
Yeah.
So in here,
Yeah.
you see the little white circles?
Yes.
So they're the babies.
Okay. Oh, I
And we got
see.
some stores.
There are eggs in there, are they?
So they're the actual larvae.
Yeah. Well, what?
The white. So
They're
white.
tiny.
See the white?
Yeah, I see at the bottom there.
If you get the light.
Yeah, I can see that. The very
So
bottom.
that's the larvae. So they will
Yeah.
have hatched from eggs.
Yes. And then some of the there's yellow ones. That's pollen.
That's pollen. All the white are little babies that are growing, and then can't see any eggs on that frame.
Why aren't they more
you would-
angry with us? I thought they'd be flying at us saying, "Go on, get out of here, you guys! You're bothering us."
And that is the idea of your breeding program: is that you've got
A calm one. If this was some beehives, might they be doing that?
They might.
Flying at you, and I mean, to me, this feels like something that might just explode. Do you know? And suddenly we've got these bees all over us. We run inside,
And if you were to
and Chris is saying, "Get out of here,
if you were to
guys!"
turn this over and drop it, then that's exactly what you get. But because you're not upsetting them too much,
But you couldn't run inside because they all come with you, and then everybody be stung inside. Wow.
see your larvae here,
Yeah. See. Yeah.
slightly more better grown.
So some of them got larvae, and some of them have got like pollen in.
So larvae, pollen, and stores.
I know some of them got lots of pollen on them. Look on their legs, little dense yellow pollen on them.
Yes, so that's the pollen they would be bringing in for the hive.
Yeah.
The foragers are out collecting that.
Yeah. I see.
I'm just trying to find a tray of eggs for you to show you.
Can they sting you through the suit?
They can do, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on how many layers you got on.
Yeah. Okay.
This wouldn't be the most heaviest you see all the pollen on that frame.
Right. Yeah.
Pollen and stores.
Gosh. Yeah. Amazing. Wow.
So this hive is just thriving.
That's all good. There's not so much honey in this one.
Fantastic.
Not so much honey compared to the top one.
No, not at all. So what I'm going to do is just close this up.
You're not going to look at them all.
No.
And if you kill some, do they all get angry then? Maybe more likely to.
No, they do release some chemical
Yes.
that warns the other bees or whatever.
Do you think they get to know you?
Of botherness.
Do you think they get to know you, Liam?
No, I don't.
No. And some people do this without any masks and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, you see them on YouTube.
You have to be very brave.
It wouldn't be my thing at all. But again, I suppose it all depends on how comfortable you are with it.
Do you seal that then? Do you stick it with something?
No, the bees will do that. That's
So
the
you
propolis
just
that they
pile
seal
them
it
up
with.
and they just, yeah.
Now,
What are you going to do now? You don't. Do you have to keep puffing them or not really?
not really. Again, you can do it depending on how things are going.
How active they are. Right. So we're at the bottom section, right?
Down to the bottom section.
So those are called stacks, are they? Is that what they're called?
This is your super.
Supers.
This is your brood chamber
Brood chamber. We're now in the brood chamber.
or brood box.
Wow. There's a bee right in my face here. Anyway.
So,
There's a
what
guy on
we've
me
got.
there. Brood chamber. Is that the same sort of... They're deeper, right?
Yep.
What else about them? They're thinner. They're deeper and thinner.
Deeper. Yeah.
And thinner.
And they're exactly the same. Oh, sorry. These were just a different frame. You can get different sorts of frames. I got these from a friend of mine. Gave them to me because he'd moved on
Okay.
to different frames.
Yes.
And these ones are actually unwired. Let me show you. Usually you get a tray. Oh, no, it has got a wire in it. So much for that. This one's unwired. So
It's okay.
there's no wire going through to hold the
So
foundation
it's
together.
A bit more wobbly.
So
yeah?
what you can do is you can produce cut comb from it. So when
Okay.
you harvest it, you can just cut the whole thing out,
All right, yeah, and you can.
and you've got honey all the
Whereas
way
if
through.
there's
Whereas
wire
if the
there,
wire,
you
then
can't cut.
you can't.
And when you harvest it, we'll talk again about that another day, I guess. Do you use those? They can be used again, can they? Or they finish?
Obviously, the cut comb you've got to replace.
Yes.
But the other ones you just put back in.
You just drain off the honey
you,
and then
you use a centrifuge to pull them out. So if I
centrifuge
see
to
here,
pull the honey out.
to whip the honey out of it.
Did you buy a centrifuge? Did you borrow one?
I borrowed one from a friend of mine,
Okay.
and the society has one as well.
Okay.
So you can feel the weight of that.
It's quite light.
Which is quite light because there's almost nothing in it.
Right, but that's what do they call that again? What's that thing called?
This
Yes.
is your brood box.
Brood box.
So here's my cunningest plan that I came up with.
And that's just the bottom of the hive there, right?
That's the bottom of the hive.
There's some dead ones there, are there?
There may be, yeah.
couple of dead ones.
And what they will do is clear them out themselves.
You don't worry about
They'll
that.
pull them out of the hive and just move them on.
So that's going on top of the brood box, that thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It's the most cunningest plan.
So the queen can't get through those little things.
The queen can't get through this.
Mm-hmm.
And
You've been quite delicate there, so you're not squashing any.
Yeah. So the
okay.
idea, you kind of put it off at an angle and just twist it in. So
Yeah.
you slide them off. Let me show you my most cunning plan. So I've got the queen in here.
Somewhere. You're confident she's not gone away.
Confident she's not gone away. Oops, it's okay.
You're going to put that on there temporarily.
I'm going to put this on.
I'm interested to know how you're going to catch her.
I'm going to put this on the angle,
Oh, I see, because you know she's in there.
which is so there's fewer touch points. And I'm
Yeah.
just going to twist this into place.
And then you're going to put that on top of it.
And then I'm going to put the other thing on top of it.
And you can
And
come back sometime
And then
then.
our brood chamber will be a box and a half, which is fine. She's laying in here and whatever, and we'll get them to produce their honey in the supers above. So
So one of the supers is now part of the brood chamber.
yes,
Is that okay?
it's fine. Everything's acceptable. It's just a box. So what you have is a box and a half.
Does that not mean you get less honey? Where is she? She's not there anymore. I can spot the bee. I can spot the queen bee already. Are you impressed at how quick I am at learning?
Couldn't believe the way you spotted her. I just want to make sure she's here now.
Can't see her there. No, the other side. I think I saw her on the other side. No. There. Oh no. No. No.
Tidy off this brace comb.
Brace comb. I think some people would hate this.
Some people would, and I'm sorry
Like
to be,
Lizanne would hate this because she doesn't like spiders. I think she wouldn't like this.
I don't like spiders. That's what I found.
You're okay with bees, but you don't like spiders.
That was my biggest concern, is how I would get on with them.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a certain nervous
So
tension
here you go.
going. I have a nervous tension. What?
so have a go.
You have
What
to
you want to do is
film
just-
me. This is filming happening.
So
Just filming away, like.
what you want to do is just put it in here and just kind of lever it out. So you break the joint between the two bits of wood. Yep. That's it. And the same on the other side. And so it's moving. And then you just want to pick up the two and just ease it out very slightly. Ease it out nice and gently so you're not rolling the bees. And then hold on to it, and then you can lift it up, have a look at it. Turn it over. Have a look.
You did well to find her so quickly before.
So you can hold it nice and reasonably firmly, and
Yeah. I can't see her there, and there's no break stuff to. I've got rid of. Okay, so I can look back in. Check in there.
so you can
Imagine if I squashed the queen by mistake. Would that be terrible?
It would really upset me.
How do you know you don't squash a bee when you're doing this?
And
Look how
then-
they move out the way.
And then slide it down. Slide it down so it's out of the way, and do the next one.
And do it
Just
like
like a filing cabinet, so you're just sliding it down.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The same on the other side, so it's out of your way.
What would happen if the queen died?
They would raise a new queen from the eggs and larvae that they have in the hive already.
Did you know that was going on? Because it wouldn't be green anymore.
You would know it was going on because there would be, for a period of time, you'd have no eggs in the hive.
So you open up and say, "Fuck, there's no eggs here."
It's one of the things you would check in your inspections is eggs and larvae. Eggs means you've had a queen there in the last 3 days, because an egg will turn into a larvae within 3 days.
Oh, and the eggs are what colour?
They're little white grains of rice. So what you've got here is these lumps
Yes.
are drone brood. So these are the boy bees.
Yes.
They're slightly flat, harder. This is capped brood. So you've actually got one of these larvae.
And there's got white in there. Is that larvae inside?
That's the
them?
larvae, the little.
And
So they
what do the eggs look like?
will get capped and turn into worker bees.
Oh, right.
And then the eggs, I'll show you if we flip it over.
I don't know where the queen's gone.
We're just going to assume that she's safe in there.
So, do you want to do all of these like this?
It's just to give you a little lift and practice and comforts of doing it. And then just like a filing cabinet, just slide it down and carefully you squash the bees, give them a little second to move. And encourage them out of it.
Next one, so you have to use this each time because it's kind of stuck together.
Just because it's kind of stuck together.
With the propolis. There's bees in my eyes, Liam. So, hang on a second. I'm gonna lift this out.
So lift it up and stand up. And get it in the light. Well, you can get different looks depending on how the light's going.
And would you be taking off that stuff at the bottom with your
I
scraper
wouldn't,
again?
because it's kind of all drone. This is drone brood at the moment. And then have a
Right.
look at the other side.
Drone brood.
Drone brood. So you got stores up here.
Stores.
This is
That's
your honey.
And that's drone brood down there.
And drone
Okay.
brood.
I wonder where the queen's gone. Do another one.
Very nicely done. Do another one.
You don't need to do them all though, really, do you? Or
You,
did you?
you don't. No, we're comfortable with it. The hive is performing. We're a little bit later. You'd be doing them all to check for queen cells that they were trying to swarm.
How often do you do this?
Once a week in the mid-season.
Really?
Yep.
Once a week?
Once a week for every hive. You've got to do it within 7 days.
Why?
7 to 8 days, because a queen cell will be capped within 7 days.
What do you mean the queen cell will be capped?
So basically you're trying to catch the swarm.
I don't understand.
So you're trying a capped queen cell. Once a queen cell's capped. So what
in
did,
other
what, did,
words,
what did you
if
see there?
somebody lays an egg,
What did you see in that frame?
I saw some stuff at the bottom there.
And
You should trim that off, should you?
no,
That's drone stuff at the bottom.
that'd be drone brood.
Drone brood,
that they're
yeah.
producing.
But the one on the left there looks different. The one on the left at the bottom.
Down here, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's
Empty.
brace comb that they're producing already. That they're starting to produce.
But would you trim it off then, or not necessarily?
You usually. So what you're doing is checking each frame for brood, stores, or eggs.
So, when do you start to do this every week?
I'd be starting from kind of, I don't know, May, maybe.
What if you're going on like holidays?
It depends on what the weather's like. Exactly. It's kind of a fairly hands-on. Again, you just kind
Get
of,
me to do it.
you can get a pal in to come and do it, or you can kind of hit and hope, and assume they're not going to want to.
You make much money out of bees?
I think if you're doing it properly, you can do. Like you're selling a nook of bees for 250 quid, or for 200 quid. So it's
That's the swarm.
yeah.
What about the honey? Oh, there she is. Look. See her there?
No.
Bottom left. Look. She's crawling around. There she is. 2 inches, 6 inches from the left, 2 inches up. She's gone now. She's hiding behind one. There she is. She's in the middle. See her? In the middle. Right in the middle now. Look. Talkie. There. Down. There. There. Left. There. Crawl. Look at the big. Look there. Look. There, Liam. Do you see her?
No.
She's at the bottom ridge now. Look there.
Yes. These bees are good at this.
Yeah. That's her. So what do we do?
Pop her back in.
Don't squash her, whatever.
Very, very carefully. And that's it. And just close it up. So you can go forward with that one, because we're gonna.
Mm-hmm.
You can go. Now, what you can do is I'm just gonna stop this for a second. Well, no, we'll keep going. We're just gonna push this all the way forward, because we're kind of finished at this stage. We're comfortable she's there. We know that she's doing her business. Nice and gently just to join this one. Let's get out. That's it.
Is there one more to go in there, is there?
So we got this one to go back in. So you can lift that up. Lift that one up and pop it back in.
Quite tricky.
It is. This isn't meant to be here. It's kind of a bonus.
It's stuck. Oh. You still filming all this?
Yep.
I'm going to watch this later on. Can I put it on YouTube?
You can. I'm not sure they'll learn anything from me, but
Right.
that's it. And just join that one up to the other one. Just
So
close
now-
close your bee space, so they're nice and comfortable with their space that they've got.
Now I think what we do.
Now what we're going to do is put the brood chamber back on top. So if
No,
you
no, where's the separator?
No, I'm going to leave her with this space as well to grow into, as the brood chamber. So what we'll have for her to lay and produce new brood is a box and a half.
Is that not too big?
No, it's ideal. So there should be and then you want to put it on an angle, 45-degree angle, to start with, and then just twist it round into it.
And just put it down slowly.
Put it down
so
gently,
they
yeah.
can know. Is that it?
That's it. And then just turn it round very gently, the other way. So that's your side.
Oh.
So that it goes. That's it. Nice and gently. So the idea is they then crawl out. Very nice. Now slide it. That's it. Now
Right.
you just even it up.
Oops.
That's it.
Grand. Okay. I don't quite understand why you're giving them a whole extra layer.
Because it's the beginning of the season, so they now have the opportunity to grow. So they've got a large area to produce brood in for the queen to operate in.
So I'll put this on top now.
That goes on top.
Again, 45 degrees.
Yep, and just twist it into place so it's nice and.
Okay.
And then what I'm also going to do, seeing as we've got it open and we're all here, is I'm going to pop another super on top as well to give her plenty of space, because she is prolific and will be doing great work in terms of producing.
So where does the... I'll take that again
Hold
now
that.
and you can take
I'm
over.
just going to go grab another super.
Still really feeling quite nervous here. There's all these things buzzing around my head, and sometimes one lands on here and kind of tries to sting my nose. And all the time there's this really high-pitched in your ear with things buzzing around you. Like every instinct in me says, just run away right now. But I'm just trying to control that. I'm actually using a third-party voice in my head, because I understand that makes it easier to stay calm. I'm saying, Pete, stay still. Liam says it's all right, so it's all right. Sorry, Liam, what have you got here?
So we're just going to pop an extra super on to give them space to grow into.
Yeah.
So the theory is,
You squashed one.
sorry. The theory is
Yeah.
that if they've got the space, they won't want to swarm. Having space is one of the things that I don't think it's true. I think they want to swarm no matter what, and they'll have
So
a go at
would
it.
you have put that extra one on if we hadn't had to use up the extra one underneath?
I would have, yes. I want to give them plenty of space, and this is a strong hive, beginning of the season, so it just gives them.
I mean, could you have caught the queen, or how would you catch the queen, or do you not bother trying to do that?
You could have caught her, yeah. So what I have is a queen catcher.
Okay.
So you just pop this on top of the queen, slide it down to close her in. She then can't get out of this.
Okay.
And then if you want to manipulate her or clip her wing,
Why would you clip her wings?
so that if there is a swarm
Yeah.
and they do leave,
Yeah.
they take the old queen with them.
Yes.
The new queen stays behind.
Yeah.
So the old queen flies off with
All of your
dodgy
bees.
wing. She with all the bees, with half the bees or whatever
Yeah.
amount of bees she takes.
Yeah.
She doesn't get very far because her wing's broken.
Yes.
Her wing's been clipped. Doesn't have any effect of her when she's in the hive.
Yeah.
But she can't then fly away. So
Right.
the other bees will go, and as they get where they stop, they'll go, "Where's the queen?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got one.
Yeah.
Right, lads, all up back home." And they'll all fly back, so you don't lose your bees.
And
You might lose your queen.
Where's the queen go then? She's lost in a hedge somewhere.
Lost wherever. If you find her, great. If you don't,
Okay.
you didn't lose your bees, so you haven't lost your workforce. Although you've lost your queen, but the theory is if they've gone, it's because they've left a queen. There's been a queen cell that's already hatched.
Yes. So that's propolis there. Can you use that for anything?
It is meant to be fantastic for so many things. They sell it in the shops.
Yeah, I've had it
Quite
before.
properly.
So do you use it then? Do you take it?
I don't. It
What do you
gets
do with
mixed
it?
up in the wax and the honey that I harvest, but I don't.
I just chucked it away. That's like really valuable stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know what to do with it.
Oh.
And then we
So-
just pop the.
Put the lid on.
So we give the lads. You can. Beauty of this is I should have done that before you actually put the other thing on. You can give a bit of smoke to try and move them along.
Why?
Before-
So
before
you
we
don't
put the
squash
other
them
boxes,
any?
So we don't squash them. Yeah, exactly. It just encourages them to leave the area.
Yeah. Right. Is that it, Liam?
Hive inspection.
Very good.
Queen, eggs, brood, stores.
And I've got it all on record
And we've
here,
got space.
so I can read it, look at it afterwards, and remember it.